it didn't go live on us, guys. Hang on, guys. We'll start our intro. I don't know why that didn't play for us. So hang on. I'm playing it anyways. Hang on.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Beneath the Hollow Moon, where folklore burns slow and the strange never fades. I'm your host, Kerrilynn Shellhorn, and you are listening to us live on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 in the Gulf Coast and 107.7 FM in New Orleans. And I'm here with my co-host, Lorilei Potvin, and tonight we are following the trail of the power of the full moon and manifesting with the full moon.
We sure. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, how's everybody doing tonight? Do you guys have rituals that you do with the new moon? What are you currently trying to manifest? These are the things we're going to be talking about tonight.
Sorry, guys. I set our intro video to play, and it did not behave itself. It did not do it. That's why you saw us for a minute there.
It's all good.
It was good. It was good going with the flow.
It was like a little tease.
It was. Yeah, it didn't stay. Oh, wait. No, it did not stay on here. I did it, and it did not. You see me do it before we went live. Retrograde. That's what it is. Retrograde.
I think we're in... You mean Mercury retrograde?
I think we are. And normally I don't give much credence to that kind of stuff, but I can't deny the effects, especially on electronics. Like, it has been insane.
Yes. Until August 11th, including the electronics in my car, which I currently have none.
I had a car problem. I told you about my car problem. I went to the doctor's, not sick, just a regular appointment. I come out, nothing with the car, nothing. I'm sure I told you about this. And then I had to call my partner, Dal, and he had to get his mom to pick him up. And they came there. And I'd even called him. He told me to check all these things somehow. And I was in a hurry to get inside because there was a lineup. I guess he didn't push it quite into park. So talking about manifesting, going to a complete place of gratitude that it wasn't so.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
That was my thoughts with the car, right? And the other things we're trying to manifest is not having set the intention that I need to be ready for the new that's coming in before the old goes anywhere. Not being in crisis mode, for sure. But
hard not to go there.
No. So, and that's why, I love that we're talking about this tonight, because not having a vehicle is super stressful.
It sure is.
Right. So we're manifesting in how we get into frequency. What kind of frequency do we need to be, and why does it matter? And how we set our intentions matter.
And with the new moon, like, why would we use the full moon also we've talked about, but the new moon in particular we hadn't talked about.
Yep, the new moon, for sure.
Should we say hi to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Mish from the future. It's Friday there.
Good day. Good day, Mish.
Heidi.
Hi, Heidi. Thank you from Boulder, Colorado. Thank you for being here.
And Mish says, looking good. Well, that's good to hear. She's just saying hi again. Let's see. Oh, we got Julie Jean Bassett. Hello.
Hi, Julie Jean Bassett.
We got to give her, I always give her a shout out, you guys, because you know what? Most people don't know what to do with their pets when they're acting crazy. And some people are at their wits' ends. I have been there. I have called Julie, and she has helped.
We both have taken advantage of her.
Yes, and other people.
We've both been blessed by utilizing her skills and knowledge.
Yes.
That's a much better way of phrasing that.
Yes, and also she can speak to pets on Earthside. I have this written down here, so I remember your website, Julie. I do. I wrote it down. Anyways, she's also a shamanic practitioner and a medium and a psychic. Actually, you had, oh crap, why did I just remember now? Julie, you had a live you did on pet chakras. So I'm hoping there's a replay so I can go watch it. But if you ever want to get a hold of her, please reach out to her for pet stuff, juliejeanbassett.com, shamanic practitioner. She now has a website, which is www.whitetailshamanichealing.com. But I'm sure if you just reach out to Julie Jean Bassett, she'll be able to sort you out properly. So.
Yeah. And she's a regular guest on your show on the Angel Rock, and she will be on Spirit Switchboard in a couple of weeks. I think it's August 8th. Mm-hmm.
And I connected her with another one of our hosts, Kerrilynn, who is Ayadarola on Etheric Encounters Unveiled, which is a show before us, because I was doing a little pet. I've taken Julie's pet communication course, and I love that Kerrilynn did this. She asked me, she goes, "You don't have to," because I was on her show a couple of weeks ago. She said, "But I'm wondering why my pet Oliver is terrified of boxes." So, Julie, you'd be proud of me. I jumped in there. Just went for it.
Love that.
Yes.
Contessa Martins, thank you for being here. Hello, hello, hello. Jody. Hello, Jody. Jody Schott is a very in tune person. I was going to call her a medium, but I'm not sure if she's wanting to have that handle yet.
Okay. So, hi, Natalie.
Natalie Close. Hello.
Nice to have everybody here. Got Kirby's 100.
Hello, Kirby's 100. Hi, Cindy Waghorn. So yes, in St. Mary's, we have a big storm trying to come through tonight. Lots of thunder. We have the same storm warning here in Guelph. Do you have one in Thunder Bay too, Lorilei?
No, because Kat Ward from Paranormal Heart, I was on our network. I was talking to her earlier, and she asked that. We had it yesterday, and I had the grand puppies their last day, and my son's fiance's dog is an elder dog. He's 12, smartest dog I've ever seen. And we've had so many thunderstorms. I had them for a week and a half, and he did really well because we just turned up the air conditioner, or my partner likes to play music. So it drowned out the sound of the thunder. So he did very well. But stay safe if you are in a place of bad, not so great weather, please. Oh, well, thank you for the compliments, guys. We appreciate that. Thank you. We were going with kind of moon goddess energy tonight.
Yeah. The conversation happened. You are very goddessy looking.
Oh, just wait. I saw a comment in here. About
I'm harnessing whatever it is that I got going on.
And look who we were talking about. I didn't even see it.
Hello, Kat. So Kat Ward,
yes.
Paranormal Heart Podcast.
Yes, there we go. Oh, we got our friend the Wiz here.
Hi, James. Thank you for being here. So James Skrar, thank you. The Wiz.
Yes, we appreciate. Oh, I got to turn off my volume on my phone. I just heard it go off. So there we go. And Heidi Gall added that Julie is amazing. She is.
Mm-hmm. Susie Davidson, thank you for being here.
From Wisconsin. Nice to have you pop in. Hang on. I'm getting better at this. Clicking and.
Hi, Jackie. Jackie Collins is here.
Yay. Oh, Julie says, I just finished the heart chakra or the animal chakras. And she said it's on her Facebook business page. So there's a replay. I'm going to go watch it because I marked it in my brain. And I just remembered when I saw Julie's first hello on here. So you guys check it out because she did a live teaching about that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So let's see. Cindy says, I do more in a full moon with releasing, really need to work with the new moon a lot more. Looking forward to tonight's show.
Good.
Yes, good. And Julie says she's very excited to be on your show, Kerrilynn.
We're excited too. I have lots of questions.
Do you? Oh, awesome. I went too high here. I went way too high here. So Kat says in the Ottawa Valley, us here in the with the bad weather too. And Mish says in Australia, we are having rain finally. Drought may be broken. Well, let's hope so for you guys.
Yeah. Jackie Martin, hello. Hi there, sitting in Big Storm in Fergus. So it'll be hitting us soon then.
And yeah, Contessa.
Oh, Contessa's sharing we have a storm warning in Toronto.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Heidi says she's feeling moon goddesses. See?
Well, I'll take it.
No, there was a comment I saw about both of us. I did.
Oh, I don't.
It was about both of us.
Right. I'm just saying, this is not what if I put my glasses down, folks. It is screaming Elton John concert, like Prairie Girl.
I love them.
Yeah, Prairie Girl going to like Elton John. Hi, yeah. Michelle Plummer.
Hi,
Michelle everybody, are you all ready?
We're just about there. Yeah, hang on.
Look, there we go.
Yes, Wiz, you're saying full moon. Don't forget to put out your crystals and. I can't read that. Is that runes? Runes? Maybe runes. Runes. Okay. Runes. Well, everybody here, we're glad you're here because Natalie's saying storm warning in Glencoe as well. There you go, Kerrilynn. Or Heidi.
I bought them when I turned 50. I bought them for my 50th birthday to be all glitzy glammy. Yeah.
I love it. Mm-hmm. I love glitter. I love color. And I'm never going to grow up. I'm not going to act like an idiot that thinks I'm 20 when I will be 60. But you know what? I think that that's part of, we're going to talk about vibration and frequency and many things tonight. And I think that's all part of it. Mm-hmm. I do. Oh, Mel's here. Hi, Mel.
Hi, Mel. Oh, storm watch there too. You guys have a little bit more of an intense storm watch too, I think. Like potential high winds, tornado warning.
Do you want to let them know too about the Paracon that's coming up?
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So Mel and Gail Willis are Lucky Paranormal. Lucky Paranormal are the hosts. They are the hosts of the Lake Superior Paracon, which is happening October 16th to the 19th. There's a really great lineup of folks.
Mm-hmm. Including you.
And the early tickets have started already. Ticket sales have started already. There are special add-on events. Some of those tickets, they are moving really quickly. So yeah, check it out. LakeSuperiorParacon.com in Thunder Bay, October 16th to the 19th.
And look at that.
Thank you, Jackie. They're totally ridiculous and I love them.
I told her I love them too. So there you go. Mel saying, I think so. Hope the trailer doesn't fly away. And Kat saying, I really wish I could go to the Paracon. And Jody says, oh, I went to the wrong one. Sorry, went by fast.
Good. Oh, so good. I felt like I outed you and then I felt bad and then got all awkward in my head. So now I don't have to be feeling all awkward because you are brilliant, Jody. You are very good at that.
Let's pop into TikTok. We're on TikTok. Hi, Michelle Wilfong. She's already over here. I'm going to give her a huge shout out. She is my mod over on TikTok under, I think it's under the Lorilei Potvin, the Angel Rock. So you guys, that's how we're streaming the show live tonight. And Michelle is, like I said, my mod. She's incredible. She has her own channel, My Haunted Apartment. She posts really interesting videos of the activity within the space that she lives in. And she's saying hi to people joining us. There's Oreo 103121. Hello, welcome in. At One Nation, welcome in. We're glad to have you. I see Tara Azad has joined. Hang tight with us, guys. We're glad to have you over here. And always, Michelle Wilfong, sending you so much gratitude and love because you do such an incredible job for me over there, and I really appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Okay, somebody said, oh, I know. Okay, Miss, she got me. She says, good day at PHP. And I'm going, did we miss someone? No, Paranormal Heart Podcast. I just realized I heard it in my head.
That's fun.
So let's start with the new moon stuff. Where do we want to start?
So we have 4 did you knows. Do you want? Let's kind of start with those did you knows, and then we can talk about intention setting and frequency.
Okay. So you want to
Frequency and alignment. Do you want me to start with the first couple?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So the new moon, did you know that the new moon isn't visible? It's still there, just backlit by the sun. So ancient cultures referred to it as the dark moon. And you know what? I am like 53 years old, as you know, and just learning what the dark moon meant. Like not having a clue. Like, I don't understand what they're talking about. It's like, why do they have to have so many different names for things? It gets confusing for me, especially if I'm having an overtired bad brain day. I'm like, just call it the new moon. Can we just
Yes.
But
you know, one thing I noticed we didn't come up with was twilight today in our information. And the only reason I mentioned that is, right, there's eclipse, there's new moon, there's a whole bunch of within the saga, the name of the books. It just hit me now.
I know lots of people, give it a hard time, but
it is what it is. And if you just take it for enjoyment and a fantasy story.
Yes. And why can't vampires be sparkly? Maybe they are now because so many people loved it and they've created it now.
Tulpas. They've created a beautiful tulpa. Oh, so Mish is saying, hang on, she says, new moon, it's up in my sky at the moment near the sun's. Interesting. Well, I know it's probably really early over there right now. So, okay, the next one is in Vedic astrology, the new moon, otherwise known as Amavasya, I think that's how you say it when I was practicing it, is a powerful time for ancestral connection and karmic release. You know what, though? I have to add something to this. In all the courses I've taken over the years and reading and studying, and I'm going to stop saying literally, I'm going to catch myself. I've heard you say many times from one of the guests you previously had and her book about ancestring or aging well, ancestring well type
Kelly
of thing.
Harrell.
What was that?
Kelly Harrell.
Thank you. So I have never really been taught about what an important part of connecting to our ancestors is. Like, it's been mentioned. So that's why I love that it's in this fact, because you got a whole team up there, even people you don't know in your ancestral line that you can really work with. So I love that we have that did you know fact.
Yeah, and understanding where healing needs to take place for some of those ancestors and who's there helping you doing that sort of work.
Oh, Wiz, he says, you ladies don't look a day over 25. Where do we send your check? Joking with that one, but thank you, Wiz. Thank you. But I think that's important. And I know, like within Asian culture, especially, and I know that's not strictly Asian culture, but it's a really important thing. My ex-husband, his mother was from Japan. And so I got to learn a little bit about, and I'm not saying Japan is only Asian, but I got to learn more about it. And then, Chinese and many of them, they do work with their ancestors, right? Creating an altar and what have you. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, many cultures do that, right? Have altars that are, commemorating and honoring them and including them. So, right, Contessa Martin's ancestral work is very important.
It sure is.
I think that I didn't pay attention to it, honestly, till about 8 years ago.
I didn't either till a couple of years ago. I didn't either. So same thing, right? And you don't necessarily hear about it in the quote unquote spiritual field. People may mention it or whatever, but it's not a big part. And I just think that, once you start tapping into that and going down that rabbit hole, if you will, wow, you find out all kinds of empowering things, not in those sense, but can really help.
I would say I saw it in sessions, but not necessarily realizing not really honoring, I guess, that what I was doing with my own personal, that journey has been forever long, but my own accountability and how that was also helping those on the other side in their journey, even though I was seeing it with clients, not seeing that mirror and reflecting back to me, right?
But that happens a lot, don't you find, with working with clients? Not always, but sometimes you're working, like, especially when I do crystal Reiki with clients, right? And they've come for a session, but things that tend to come up, it's been something that's sort of been in my field in the last week or two. And it's almost like I'm doing this session almost for both of us. I don't set that intention, or something will come up. I found even in, say a mediumship reading, and it just feels like, holy cow, this message that's coming, I need to kind of hear it, right? Rather than it's just for the client. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, poor cat. She says, weird things going on here. We lost internet. I'm piggybacking on my cell, and the carbon monoxide beeper is going off. Weird.
It is. Gotta love the weird, though. You love it when it's weird.
Mine's gone off, and then the partner I live with has built houses and stuff. This is about a month and a half ago. I'll tell the story quickly. And I was paranoid. I'm going, oh my goodness, like it's going off. And he kept saying to me, I would have been DEAD. And I go, why? He goes, I fell asleep on the couch. It's close to the ground. That's where your carbon monoxide detector should be. So I bought another one, and there's nothing wrong with it. It just, same thing, was what my dog was going insane because of the beeping. So there you go. So it's just the weird.
It is weird. Contessa Martins is sharing, growing up in our home, we lit candles and had a meal honoring the deceased person.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. Okay, so did you know fact number 3? In Hoodoo and Appalachian folk magic, the new moon is ideal for drawing in new energies, money, love, and clarity.
I love that. And then NASA data confirms gravitational shifts around new and full moons do affect tides. And some studies suggest subtle influence on human biorhythms and sleep. Well, guess what, folks? I'm going to tell you, especially full moon. You can ask any police officer, first responder, nurses, doctors. So my God, we always knew. You didn't even have to check them. You just know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, this is a nice comment, Cindy.
Cindy Waghorn is sharing, I have had that a lot too. They have been sent to you for a reason, for both healing. So Cindy has Surrender and Shine, I believe. Cindy, if I've made a mistake, please let me know. And she does a lot of alternative healing work.
Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm. Sound baths, right? Or with sound as well too, Cindy. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that. Right. And that's the beauty in this, when you start looking at all these other alternative healing methods and things like that, right? And there's so many opportunities to try different things out and see what works great for you, or bring them all in if you can. That's what I
Agreed. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Reiki and tuning forks and bowls. Yes. Amazing, Cindy.
Love it. So, where do you want to go? Do you want me to play our clip?
I do. I think that would be great.
Telepathy.
I'm sending it to you.
Because I didn't know when we were going to play it, right? And
I think it's a great way to start. Sorry to interrupt.
Let me find it. Here we go. Okay, it's on mute. Good, it's on mute. Let me pause him. Stop. Okay, good. Let me get the volume. Give me a sec here and I will pull it up. I'm sure a lot of people have seen this gentleman, because I'll tell you, holy cow, has he been kicking butt and taking names. So
yeah, he's exploded on social media.
He sure has. Okay, he's up there. Good. All right, let's play him.
can't be the only one that could relate to this. So I woke up this morning and I heard this.
Most of the people who have made it into great success, the thing that they are most eager to tell you about when you want to talk to them about their success, almost all of them will go right back to the struggle that they lived, because somehow they still think that that struggle was inherently important to the success that they're now having.
If you're familiar with me and this page, then you already know the topics that I'm about to go over. But if you're not familiar, I'm real big on law of attraction, manifestation, and frequency. Abraham Hicks has changed the game for me recently. So I was sitting doing my morning practice like I normally do, and I was listening to this because there's been such a huge change in my life recently in such a short amount of time. I sit here by myself and I try and understand how this happened. And a lot of times I'll always revert back to saying, well, it's the hard work that was put in. It was all the time, hours, sweat, energy. The list goes on of the things that I would tell myself. But then I heard her say this.
It wasn't until you got over that you started letting the good stuff in. You put so much into your vortex that when you finally give up the struggle, then all of this stuff that's all queued up for you begins to flow into your experience. That's where all of that success comes from.
And I was like, oh my gosh, that's the answer to all of it. Why didn't I let go of so much of this before? Did I really have to work that hard? Did I really have to put all the time, sweat, energy into all those things? And truth of the matter is, it's a balance of it, right? I can't just sit here and say, I'm going to manifest in law of attraction and it's just going to come to me. That's the way it is, and then just put in no work and then it just automatically shows up into my life. There is work involved. Everything truly started to flourish in my life when I started to let go of all of it. And after I heard her saying this, I was like, this is why I talk about all the things that I do on this page. These things have truly changed my life. And all that I want is just to put other people on it. That's been such a big component and why I've wanted to put so much of this stuff on this page, as well as the music, tuning the music to certain frequencies, all the affirming statements, positive music that also hits hard. But I don't even know why I filmed this video. Obviously, I love talking about this stuff, but I just hope it resonates with whoever, whenever it's meant to, wherever they're at on their journey. So I love you.
So I forgot to say who this was. This is Abel Hart, right?
Yeah.
And do you want to tell him a little bit about the music that he's done, Kerrilynn? Because it's powerful, I think.
Yeah, the videos are super fun. You can just feel all of his enthusiasm and joy and passion just oozing out of him. And so they are affirming. It's like one big positive affirmation, the different songs, and the songs are set to a specific frequency to help you manifest, right? Because everything has a frequency. Your writing, your thoughts, your words, there's frequency attached to it. So that's how it works. And the ones that he's done with his mom and dad. So
I haven't seen them.
He has his mom sitting on the couch and he just starts with a frequency and a tone. And he's like, make a sound, give me a word. Now give me another word. And he makes up a song on the spot. And so it's really fun. And they're just having such a great time that you feel joyful watching that video.
I
it
usually
helps you raise your frequency.
Usually what comes up with him, he's always acting super goofy, and it's a clip from one of his songs, and it'll list what the frequency is below it. And I've only started to see some of his speaking videos. I hadn't seen that one till you found it. So thank you, because I think it's so powerful and so perfect for what we're going to be talking about tonight.
And I think that's a big part of it. When we figure out what being in alignment means and feels like, we mirror it to everybody around us, and then we want them to be in that same place, right? Not that, and I think that's such a weird place to be too, right? We have to let go of our expectation that they want that for themselves.
And the other thing I was just thinking is that for frequency, some people listening may not know what frequency is. How do you want to go with that, or shall we?
You can go with that. You can start if you want.
So the way I look at frequency is everything's made up of energy, right? And then, so I believe everything on this planet has a frequency, but the beauty and the fact, I think, as being human beings, we can change that frequency like a radio wave, if you will, because I also believe like attracts like energy. I know you got more to add to it.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right. Exactly. And understanding discernment is so important.
Yes.
The emotions that you have yours, and that is an indicator. So if you have to discern if the emotions that you're feeling yours are yours, or if they are somebody else's that are being projected onto you. Is it your stuff, somebody else's? And then the emotion dictates or gives you an indicator of where your frequency is at.
Agreed. So
it flows or you're stumbling.
True. One of my quick tricks, because I know, and I'm sure there's many of you out there, even when we're teaching and mentoring with people, a lot of people don't realize this, but they'll say, I'll have a client and they'll say, I've been really down today and I have no reason to feel this way. I don't know why I'm feeling this way. So I walk them through after a couple deep breaths. Ask within the mind space, is this mine? Just sit with it. Your body will tell you. It's just a matter of whether we test it or not. Even if you don't have a clear answer, I always teach to return to sender with love, right? Especially if it's like a lot of pain, maybe because I pick up a lot of physical stuff, or, somebody that maybe you're picking up negative energy around you that's affecting you and you don't really feel that way. Or for me, the big one, I'm not an anxious person, but my eldest son has always had anxiety, and I'll be walking around all of a sudden picking up anxiety. And it's like, this is not mine. I know it's not mine. And again, I'm not saying it's coming from my son, but I just say, return to sender with love. Then usually call him and say, what's going on?
Right. I feel because so many people are disconnected from their body.
Absolutely.
They just don't understand that their body's trying to give them a lesson from their higher self, or a spiritual lesson, and how it's all interconnected. And once you start leaning into it and creating that habit of doing that pause and checking in, your body works like a human pendulum. It will lean you forward or back or left or right for your yeses and nos. And the more you practice, the more you'll trust and be able to have confidence with what that sounds like.
And your body will speak to you. It's a matter of trying to trust it. Or say you do ask that question and you don't hear an answer, but you know that this emotion or what you're feeling or picking up, it just doesn't, like, where is this coming from? It doesn't feel like it. You don't have to know where it's going. So I know you do this, and I know I do. I always send it with love. It's very difficult. Say you've been dealing with somebody around you that may be not so lovey-dovey. They're not too pleasant or what have you. And I always say those people in particular, right? If you're going to return to sender, send it with love, because they probably need it. I do it with everybody, so you don't have to get too deep into it. Just with love.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And then it helps you not have those energetic attachments that glow.
Yes. You have powerful cord cutting sessions. I have gone to a couple of yours.
Thanks.
And they are powerful.
Thank you.
Hang on, we got Denise.
I think I would add to that.
Please do.
With what you shared is if people are not used to doing that tap in, having one hand over their heart or one over their belly, because it will feel like when a baby gets startled and they cry and their arms go up, right? So when they swaddle, they're going within and they're comfortable and they have some ease to it. So same thing, you're putting your hand on your body, on your to go within, to remind you that you can feel your breath and to pause, right? So I would add a little bit in there.
Do you want to read? Denise just popped in. She said, so hi, Denise.
Sure. Hi, Denise. Thank you for being here. So hello all, late getting here, joined YouTube, but have not figured out how to chat in it yet. Well, maybe you just did.
She's on Facebook.
Oh, you're on Facebook.
So usually, now I know some YouTube channels, depending on what device, the video will come up, and if you go to try to chat, it'll just bring you to the comment section. And I hope this doesn't sound complicated. Were you going to say something, Kerrilynn?
There's a live chat. I'm
going to tell them how to find it, because sometimes I know, like one of my favorite podcasts on Friday nights, Paranormal Nightmare. if you do not click on the channel name and go under the live section, because there's tabs for it, every time if you click out of it but you're still watching the video, it'll just give you the comment section. So that's where I was going with that. If you just click on, I think it's UFO Paranormal and United Public Radio, Denise, like if you're on the YouTube and you're on our video, if you go under the live section, because I think it's video, shorts, live, and then some other stuff, that might be why you're not seeing the live chat, because it should come up with most people, but I've had that happen with a few channels. I hope that's not too confusing, because I'm listening to it going, that sounds confusing. Mm-hmm. So you were talking, you want to get into emotions, and I'm going to thank Kerrilynn, because Kerrilynn did a lot of work on this tonight, and I'm very grateful for that. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. It goes back and forth because you carried me the last 2 weeks. So
that's why it works good, though, because if somebody's busy, the other person always, or sometimes we do it together. So it's no big deal. Yeah. Thank you, though, for doing that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a partnership, and we're co-hosting, right?
Yes.
And that's just how it rolls. Ooh, there's the thunder here.
Ooh. Well, hopefully everybody put good intentions out. It's just going to hold and everything's going to work beautiful. At least we're not having, knock on wood, our lag that we have had sometimes. So.
Clear, cancel, delete. Any
energy. I just thought that. As soon as I said that out loud, now you've done it.
Yeah.
So Denise says she's going to look into it more. That's good. So, yeah, let's get into some emotions that are indicators of alignment.
So we both know gratitude and love are our highest ones, right? And I want to, and then our lower ones, fear and anxiety. But I also want to talk about like making a hard decision. We would assume that a hard decision would be like feel heavy and a low vibe. But if it's in alignment for you and you are making a hard decision, but it's in alignment, you will feel lighter and expansive.
So let's use an example. Can you think of an example of that? Because I think this can be really helpful for everyone, because especially if it's a scary one, right? Like, let's just use, even you're looking for a new place to live. You don't, and then we get into a place of fear and you're worrying, thinking, oh my gosh, my lease is up. I don't have a place to move to. But you have to make a decision, right? So how does that work with what you're talking about?
Or like if it's the right time to leave a partner, to leave a job, to make those kind of choices, any of those, right? So it's doing that leaning in, hand over heart, and does this feel like this is the right path? And looking at what the potential options are.
So I always say that, make a pro and make a con list if you're someone that needs to see things visually.
Yeah. So, and writing it out, because your writing also has a frequency to it.
That's what I meant. Yeah, with the list, like writing it. But you're right. Yeah, that I love that you just said that.
Yeah. And if you lean into each one, imagine what it will feel like if that's already the truth, and whichever one feels the most expansive, and then ask the universe if there is a potential another outcome. So you had plan A, B, and C, and maybe the universe has plan D.
Yes.
That you didn't think of. So ask if there's one more that may be better for them to show you. And I know a lot of that leans on visualization and feeling, and some people aren't big meditators, but it doesn't have to be. You can set it before you go for a walk. Or do you have a way that you like to do meditation? Are you an active meditator, or like sit in lotus for an hour?
I'm not one of those, and because life is busy, and what I teach if people have busy lives is once you practice the meditative practice, it's pretty easy to get into that state. So I break it up in small portions throughout the day as well as at nighttime. This is what I was going to throw in there. If there's something that you like to do as a leisure activity that can kind of busy the mind, if you will, that you almost get into a meditative state, like painting, for example, right? Once you know what you're going to paint and you really give in to the process, especially, I don't know, if you're doing something that really brings a lot of happiness or joy. What do you think?
Anything that puts you in a non-thinking mode.
Yes, thank you. She always has the best words. I tell her that. I say something, it takes 100 words, and you just always have the perfect phrases.
That's okay. Short and to the point. Let's get it done. Because if it's complicated, none of us want to do it. If there's too many steps, no. We're just not going to do it. But yeah, and I like laundry, folding laundry. Yeah, is one for me. If we're talking about that kind of stuff, like
I agree.
Yeah, household chores can be meditative. Driving can be meditative. All of those sorts of things. And I hope this is okay, Cindy. I saw Cindy earlier this week and I told her what our topic was going to be. Yes. And she was talking about what she was needing to manifest and have the intention. And she sent me a picture of this beautiful antique key, like those older sort of skeleton looking keys. And that's something that you can do too, right? Like, what is your intention? You can grab your keys and go for a walk and use that as a visual that you are unlocking the doors and steps, right? Like having a visual can be very important.
Oh, Mish says she loves keys.
Yes, I love keys too.
I have a craft I haven't done yet. And you guys know, like I said, I'm a big kid. I still love Harry Potter. And I ordered their little tiny skeleton keys, but it came with these beautiful, almost fairy type wings. They're very light and you end up wiring them on there. And I just noticed that again last night. So I'm going to be doing that probably in the next couple of days. Like the keys from the movie, right? That flew around.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody else sent me the pictures. I did Brooklyn's bedroom when she was at university. When she came home for Christmas, I decorated her room like Harry Potter. So when she came home, she was all surprised. It was pretty amazing, I have to say. Julie Jean Bassett is just sharing or doing mundane tasks. Vacuuming.
I'm going a bit higher because we've got a few more things here.
Yeah.
So Cindy says, I got it at Eclectic Treasures.
Oh. I might take a visit there. Oh, Mish, that's a great idea, using keys in your resin.
I don't even know how Mish and I met. She says she remembers. I don't, but I call her my birthday twin because her birthday in Australia is a day before mine in August. So I say we overlap by about 12 hours where we're birthday twins. Nice. Plus she does resin and orgonite, and I love doing resin.
We're all a bunch of Leos.
Yes, there's lots of Leos here. We've got Patsy here.
Hi, Patsy.
She says, hi, everyone. Blessings.
Ooh, I like your owl.
Ooh.
Your profile photo.
That's beautiful. Mm-hmm. Oh, it doesn't want to unhighlight, so don't mind the tech issues. Hang on, I'm going down. Oh, wait. I seen something from Kat here. I'm telling you guys, my computer is not behaving itself tonight. So Kat's asking, have you ever watched the show Lock and Key? I think I have.
On Netflix. Yes, yeah. I did.
Mm-hmm. I think I have. It's a good show. Do you know what one of my favorite ones, and I got to get back to it. Anybody that knows me knows I love Supernatural. And Rowena the Witch in there, she's from Scotland, the lady that played Rowena. It's called the Dead Detective Society. And it's this guy way back from the 1800s and another guy that died more recently, and they go around trying to right the wrongs of things that have happened, or even somebody's got a haunting or something like that. And Rowena plays the night nurse because these two didn't fulfill their contract to quote unquote crossover. Have you ever watched it? It's on Netflix. It's pretty good. Yeah. I didn't get too far. Oh, let's see. Everybody's talking about keys.
Patsy, do you see Patsy's
comments?
Yeah. Patsy's sharing, I love keys too. I had keys as decoration.
Oh, over.
Over all my doors where I used to live. Amazing. I
Love
have
it.
they look like witch keys on my office door handle.
What do witch keys look like?
They just have like witch symbols on the top. So they're a skeleton key, but the top part has looks like a witch boot or
Oh my goodness. I love those. Where did you get those?
oh gosh, I've had them. I have dragged them around with me. We have moved a lot. So this is the longest we've been in one spot. We've been here 8 years. So I've had them before that. I don't remember.
I love the neighborhood I'm in. My house where I live, which was very haunted, it seemed like the whole neighborhood was affected. And I hope it's okay to share. I was sitting on the steps 2 or 3 days ago, and all the neighbors, we all get along so well, and they're not nosy neighbors, but if you ever needed something, everybody's there for one another. And 2 houses away, they have a niece, probably in her 20s somewhere. Anyways, she doesn't usually talk to me that much, but she works at a beautiful local business here that it's a greenhouse, but it has all kinds of really unique and beautiful household items and stuff. So she gets out of the car, I'm outside, she goes, "Guess what I got?" And I said, "What?" She goes, "I got something for you." And I'm going, "Me?" And she goes, "Yeah, close your eyes." And so I did. And she ran over and she stuck in my hands. Oh, do I have it up here? I do. So she stuck this in my hands and she goes, soon as I saw it, I got to go the other way. She goes, "It made me think that's Lorilei." And I just could not believe she did that. Like I was so shocked. It raised my whole day, it made my whole day. The reason I'm sharing it though, like random acts of kindness, because I think not only do you help somebody else's day, it feels good inside too. I gave her the biggest hug. I was so surprised. And I think part of that is, right? Our first thing when somebody offers to do something kind, what do most of us say? "Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay. I don't need that." But I think it's also about what we're talking about with manifesting. A lot of us are very good at giving, but not so good at receiving.
That's
But
right.
we have to be both, right?
Yep. I am open, ready, and allow.
Yes. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Oh, Mish, I'll have to talk to you about that. She put in the chat that you can mold them. Yes, you can, because I don't know if you guys have heard about the Labubu craze. It's kind of like the Cabbage Patch dolls back in the day, or Tickle Me Elmo. I have no desire to buy one, but I've started 3D printing. So I 3D printed one and I made a mold last night of it, and it turned out so cute. I can't wait to pour it. I
look
didn't
forward to seeing it.
What's that?
I look forward to seeing it once you get it done. We've got the big booms are happening now and the rain is happening, but that one was like a long, low rumble.
Ooh, we had that all day yesterday, and it would go from, it's super humid tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if we do. Well, I live in Thunder Bay, so we do get thunderstorms. So, oh, Jody's here. Hi, Jody. Jody's in Australia too.
Hi, Judy.
She said, "Loving your show, girls." Well, we love you too. Thank you for joining us. Mm-hmm.
I'll bring my keys when I come up in.
So we can mold them.
You can mold them. Yeah.
Oh my!
They're on like a heavy metal ring too. Like there's 3 of them that are all.
Because you just don't have to use resin. There's all kinds of things. That's so cool. I'm super.
Every time you see me doing this, it's another thunder.
Yeah, without fail. Every time there's a screenshot of my shows, I'm usually like, something.
The screenshot from last week or the week before, I looked like Marge Simpson. I was like, yes, you did hear the thunder, Cat. You did. I'm assuming that everybody can hear it at the same time as me because it's.
I'm not hearing it, but they are. So, So, like when we're talking about emotions, like you said, having these beautiful, positive emotions, and I've shared with you guys many times too, even when things are very tough or difficult, And again, I don't say this to feel sorry for myself, but my son passed away very unexpectedly in January. And I've been talking about this part because I had said to Spirit, I don't like feeling this way. What can I do about it? Including the only way through is to feel the feelings, hold the space, and give yourself grace. Treat yourself kind of like how you would treat somebody else going through something like this. But the other part, find little moments of joy throughout the day, even if it's a couple minutes. And I'm telling you, it so shifts your whole frequency, vibration, everything.
Yeah.
Then you would put intentions act like tuning forks.
They do. Intentions. I do intentions every day. Like, intentions don't have to be like once a month with the new moon. You can set little intentions like every day.
So let's talk about that. Like, what kind of intentions would you suggest?
It depends on what you're wanting, like what you're needing for flow for your day, or what you're trying to work on, or, that you want a day full of just grace and ease, or that, what you're needing for your next step comes forward in a way that you are going to recognize and be able to act on it with ease. I think it just depends on where you're at and what you're trying to create in your life as well. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. Well, one thing I can share with you, a little trick, and I believe that we do our best to walk the walk of the talk that we speak about. So one thing I've noticed, you get up in the morning and everything's going wrong. Everything, right? I stop. And I love what you say, clear, cancel, delete. I basically say something similar. And just because things went up to this point this way doesn't mean the rest of the day has to go that way, right? I think that's where the intention setting could really come into, right?
I do not agree to this. And thank you very much. We are going
perfect wording.
We're going to shift the shite and let's move on. That was my day yesterday. It was like one thing after another. And I was getting so frustrated. And the more frustrated I got, the more I was tripping myself up. And that's what I had to do, is go outside and shake it off and ground and take that deep breath. So whatever you need to do to ground and get centered again.
And I agree. That's one of the best things you can do, regardless of the weather. Of course, you want to be safe, but I don't get angry too often, but if I'm angry, I know exactly where I need to go. Outside, a few minutes out there, and it's all gone.
A lot of times it's just frustrated with myself. I don't show myself the same amount of grace or compassion that I do other people. I'm still working on that for myself too.
I think we all are, right? It's not, go ahead.
Oh, I think like in my own overtired brain, it appears everyone else is doing it much more gracefully than me. And that's when I'm having a bad brain moment. It's not necessarily the truth. It's my perception and how I'm projecting it, right? Back and forth. But understanding that I'm doing that, then I can heal it. And that's where this new moon intention setting really helps, is because you have to do the shadow work. You have to do some of that clearing and healing and accountability in order to manifest those things with ease.
I agree. I love what Kat shares here. When things are going wrong for me, I stop and twirl the opposite direction, like I unwind and start all over again.
Oh, that's fun. That's super fun. When my kids were small, I hate putting socks together, like as much as I love folding laundry. So I just like, and I don't care. I'll grab.
And one's always missing.
Yeah, and if they don't match, I don't care. And when the kids were small, the kids would do the same. And I would say, now you can't change them, because you've set things in motion by having those two socks on the way that they are. So don't change them, because you're going to change the direction of how it's going to roll, right?
That's cool.
Funny little, like, I don't know what they're called. Old wives' tales.
Yeah.
Superstition. Does anybody else have one like that when you're manifesting? Kathy Hanley Little, that is awesome. Laughing at yourself to raise your frequency. It's very good. Ha, ha, ha.
Let's hear some of your things. Yeah, because what I will do, and I recommend this, get outside if you can't, or bring the inside or outside in. If you can open a window, bring in some fresh flowers. The other thing that I say to people, most people if you've watched a movie over the years, you have a movie that's your go-to to laugh. I'd never heard of this movie before. My partner Dell's mom bought a lot of movies to play. It's like a house out there, right? But there's no internet. And it's this movie called The Slammin' Salmon. Oh my gosh. I guarantee you I could go downstairs if I say a line from the movie. Dell will be in hysterics. It is one of the funniest movies. It has what's his name? He was in The Green Mile. He played the really tall gentleman, John something, with Tom Hanks.
Did he pass?
He did, yeah. But he is so funny in there. It's got Vivica A. Fox. It has the girl from How I Met Your Mother, Colby. Is it Smothers or something? I'd never heard of this movie. And I guarantee you, if we go out to camp this weekend, he'll want to play it. And we just end up laughing our butts off it. But that's what I'm saying. Watch a movie that you know is going to, or Step Brothers. That's another one that just always makes me pee myself laughing.
Talladega Nights.
With Talladega. I've never watched that whole movie.
Happy Gilmore. And Happy Gilmore 2 is coming out this summer. I'm really sorry the barometric pressure is getting to you. So I hope that you get some rest and have some ease. Thank you for popping in though and saying hi.
Oh, I didn't see. Oh yeah, Kat, thanks for popping in. So
yes, us too. We watch that one a lot.
Oh my goodness, I just read it. Oh my God, yes, The Birdcage with Robin Williams. Oh my gosh, the best.
Wong Fu.
I think I watched half of that one, but I've seen.
Oh, we watch it a lot.
Oh, so hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what Mish says she helps, or what helps with her.
What helps me? Oh, helps me.
I spray other people. Everyone always goes, "Oh, that smells lovely." It's only water with organite rebalanced. But you know what, Mish, you've got a point there. So you're only spraying water with organite, but the power of suggestion, which shows you how powerful our human brains are. So when we're working with this new moon energy, it's a reminder, right, that shows up. And although you don't just have to do this during the full moon, but how powerful we can shift things just by that example.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's out now. Happy Gilmore 2 is out now.
Mm-hmm.
I find
it rebalances water.
I need to make sure that my space is like, I have to organize my space. Like I know that I have to ground, and I know that I'm watching it, which shifts it. But if my space is still unorganized, I go right back into like that space. So I have to clean before I watch the funny so I can stay in that vibration.
And you know that's what works for you, right? So you know that you have to do that. Now, Michelle over on TikTok saying, love that. Just had a day like that, she said. So that's good to hear. Or not that you had a day like that, but knowing that you can shift that, right?
Yeah. And that I shifted. So it wasn't a full day, for sure. But it started first thing in the morning, and it just kept. And I kept hearing, did you read this story to your kids? Terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day?
No, I did not. No.
Oh, it's quite sweet. It's quite
my
sweet.
Eldest son's favorite book, and people probably have never heard of it. I used to read them Goodnight Moon and a whole bunch. It's called Mouse Paint. And it's about these little mice, and they get into the primary colors, and it's quite the cute little story. He loved that book. I always make my kids videos for their birthdays. And if you, my son's birthday, my eldest was just July 14th. And I guarantee you, I know there's a copy of a book, and it says Mouse Paint. And I put that in there for him, obviously, because he loved that book so much. But what about this book? Because I think I've heard the title before.
Oh, it's about a little boy who just everything is going wrong. They don't have the shoes that he wanted. Just everything kind of goes wrong. But in the end, it's just a very sweet connection. So.
Mish, the movies you mentioned, you and Dell would get along very well. She says, I love Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights. They are funny movies. Yes, I have seen them and they are funny. Yes. And the reason why I've seen them is because he likes them. So Patsy added.
Sometimes I put crystals in front of water bottles on
Yes.
a table in the full moonlight to infuse water with crystal power and label the bottles with the crystal properties and drink them as needed. And for folks who may not have all of the crystals, you do not need them because this is intention. And you do, if you set the intention that energy of the crystal, you are using it, even though you don't have the crystal, it will still work.
And also you can do that with the energy of the moon, with crystals or without, right? You can do same as the sun. You can do that. It's all about intention. I haven't heard of this book, Heidi. She says she read to her kids when they were little, Rain Makes Applesauce. That sounds cute. Oh, so Mish is asking. We should, I guess, just answer, because the way we're going here, Kerrilynn and I could talk about this for 10 shows, right? Mish is asking, can you do crystals in a new moon?
Sure.
There's some mentioned in here that I don't know if we'll get to them tonight, but Heidi's saying she makes moon water on or about every phase. And her granddaughter says moon water is her fave. Oh, I love that. So shall we go a little bit further here, or should we do our station ID before we forget?
Yeah. Do you want to do the station ID?
Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, you are listening live to UFO. What did I drop over here? UFO Paranormal on United Public Radio Network, 105.3 on the Gulf Coast in Mississippi, and 107.7 FM in the beautiful city of New Orleans, Louisiana. And this is Beneath the Hollow Moon live, because I know sometimes people ask, especially on Facebook, because you can't tell. I'm with my amazing co-host, Kerrilynn Shellhorn, and myself, Lorilei Potvin. And we want to thank Joe Montaldo, who is the owner of this network, and he has provided this beautiful space for so many people to come together, as well as Michelle DeRoche, who is our station manager. And incidentally, I believe there's a replay up tonight, Thursday, but it sounds like a really good one you guys don't want to miss. But it'll be up right after us tonight. Mm-hmm. So thank you for joining us. Did I forget anything? I just did that off the top of my head.
No, the only thing I add is if you are liking the shows, there's always new shows joining us, new hosts, great ideas. There's something for everyone. It's not all paranormal,
Absolutely.
spooky. There are other shows available for you guys to tap into, and you can head to the website, which is uprntalkradio.com, to find out more about the hosts, the shows, and apparently word on the streets, it's a new website is being built.
I heard that too. There'll be a merch store coming too, everyone.
That's okay. We appreciate you, James. And I think maybe you did in our heads. So, the Vulcan mind melding that you've been doing is working.
I don't forget to do the station ID. It's just when I really get talking, but I was keeping an eye on the time and I went, okay, now's a good time. But thank you always for the reminders. Thank you. So where do you want to go with where we are at?
We had a chat about intention setting last week too, when we were talking about what we were going to do for the show this week, and how much we can use intentions. Like when you're cooking, setting your intention, you're putting that energy and frequency into the food that you're eating and the drinks that you're drinking, and setting intentions can happen. Like with everything you're doing, when you're cleaning, setting your intentions that you're moving a stagnant energy and you are putting protection energy in, like everything you do, the cream that you use on your face.
I was just going to say that. I got 2 examples, but you go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Sure.
Okay, so I have a tooth putty, it's called. It's from a company not sponsored, Bliss Energetics, and she practices Ayurvedic medicine. It's just her and her husband. And I am telling you, first time I'd seen on the bottle, I've used it for a while. If you have any teeth issues or anything, it's amazing. Check her out on Instagram. You won't believe what you see. I've told so many people about her. I actually have a referral code. I just realized but anyways, on the bottle, it said, as you're applying the tooth putty, she said, picture the tooth healthy, whole, and healed. And the same thing, I recolored my hair today. As I was washing it, I was reminded that I'm washing away energy that no longer serves me, and pictured the water coming down with full gold, all kinds of beautiful colors, sparkly, high vibe light. But those are intentions too, right? Setting what you pointed out to me that I had forgotten with the beauty cream. Anything even you put on your body, setting the intention of what you would like it to do for you, right? And we don't always remember those kind of things.
Contessa is stirring your coffee cup or water glass, speaking to the water. Exactly.
And there's actually exercises, like research. Dr. Is it Emoto? I think it's Emoto with the water experiment. So it absolutely setting that intention. Yep. Heidi says, yes. Oh, sorry. I clicked. Oh, it's still there. Yes. When I make my salt herb flower mixture, I have to be in the right vibe and focus and put the intentions on each herb flower, salt, or whatever I add to those individual energies in the mixture.
Yeah. Everything we do has we have to have that intention, telling it what we're wanting or needing it to do.
Go ahead, Anne.
Because the things that we're receiving has the intention and the energy of wherever it's coming from, which may not be in alignment with you.
I love that you'd put down here, new moon equals a cosmic reset. And like nature resting in winter, the dark moon is fertile grounds for new beginnings.
Yeah.
I like that. I really do.
Okay, are you listening? I cannot believe that you guys cannot hear that thunder.
I can't. No.
It's like that low bass rumble.
Maybe that's why Steve and Nicole came over. She's right here. And my dog Emmy came over too. So do you want to talk about some manifesting tools, the new moon stuff?
Sure.
New moon mission?
Sure. Do you want to do the crystals first?
Yes. So you can use selenite or moonstone.
Do you like using those? Do you have those?
Just one. My unicorn horn. I use a lot of selenite. I keep it at the bedside, and I also use a selenite wand when I do crystal Reiki, because I need to make a video, because it's not like typical Reiki. It works with your chakras and balance with crystal energy and the Reiki symbols. And then afterwards, I check your aura for cracks or holes or knots or whatever. And then how I don't do the healing. I connect with source, but through the selenite, I'm able to help seal them. So yes, I use it. Moonstone, not so much. How about you?
Yeah, I like both of them. And the selenite is easy to bring when I'm doing paranormal investigations or the events, just to clear energy off for people. You don't know if people have sensitivities and stuff like that. I know I'm being very careful. No salty words so far. I've done really good. Haven't slipped up and been all salty.
Yes, that would be okay though. And then and again, what I'm going to share, you sort of touched on this earlier. If you don't have these specific crystals, but you have now, Heidi, you're saying selenite charges other crystals too. It can, but I've been taught that you can use a clear quartz and ask it, set the intention to hold the frequency and energy that you need, even if you don't know the name of the crystal. Set that intention so you can, or maybe something works better for you. If you're familiar with crystals, these are two that were suggested that can work very closely with the new moon, but there may be others.
And the thing is, the new moon is amplifying everything that you're doing. It's giving it some oomph.
Okay, so you want to do the second one,
Bay leaves. I love this one, and I have done it a lot. I have done this exercise a lot. I don't know if you guys have. I would love to know. It's writing your intention on the bay leaf, and then burning the bay leaf after. And the bay leaf it's protecting your intention, and then with the new moon, it's giving it that energy and what you're trying to manifest. Use bay leaves a lot.
Kind of goes along with that video we did earlier of Abel Hart, right? Setting the intention. It's not kind of like set. You put it into the universe and just leave it with the full trust and knowing that it will happen. So we talked about water programming because somebody brought that up. But I like this: whisper intentions, but to add to it, whisper intentions into the water, drink, or you can pour it into the earth. Maybe your garden's not doing so well. Maybe one of your plants, right?
Yeah, and all of it, even if you're washing your floors, like the intention to clear and protect, right?
Oh, I like this, Carrie.
Oh, thank you, Carrie, thank you. After burning the bay leaf, using the ash around the house, windows, and doors. And I just want to say that my sweet friend, Carrie, who loves me very much, made me a money jar and gave me this money jar, and the bay leaves were inside it as well too. So I know Sparky Paranormal and Outdoors is here. Thank you for being here. Saying hello to everybody. And agreed, bay leaves are a big part of intuitive work, energy work.
And manifesting too.
Yeah.
I like that Mish said too, I throw a bit of salt in my mop water. Some people are into essential oils. I believe thieves is a good one too. I've heard that can do a lot of good stuff, we'll say.
Yeah. I put salt on the floor and then sweep.
I've done that. Yeah.
Yeah. There's just, and it's really what feels right for you, right? Like,
that's true, Heidi. She said I throw salt in all corners in the house. Yep.
Do you want me to do the next one?
Yes.
Sigils and symbols. I love sigils. Everybody knows, if you've been watching along, how much I love sigils. Oh, Carrie's adding blowing cinnamon.
Oh, good one. I forgot about that one. Thank you, Carrie. Yeah. That's excellent, because I forgot about that. And if you happen to ever watch shorts and people talking about sort of what we're talking about, I can't tell you how many videos I have seen about blowing the cinnamon into your house during a new moon.
Yeah.
Love it. So,
and I think at the beginning, folks that do all of the blowing cinnamon, just let me know if it's at the beginning of the month as well too, the beginning of the month and the new moon,
or one or the other. I've seen it at the beginning of the month a lot more. You were right, but I've also seen at a new moon too. Maybe if you forget, sorry, my mouth does not want to work. Maybe if you forget at the beginning of the month.
And then because the cinnamon represents abundance.
But that could be something you're hoping to manifest too. You don't want to do it too much though, because then to me, are you really trusting the process, or are you kind of falling into fear? Well, it didn't work when I did it at the beginning of the month, so let's try it again at the new moon, right? What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah. And I think it's when you're doing it and how you're doing it, right? Are you doing it in a good Zen space? Are you doing it when you're frustrated? Are you doing it when we did my spirit board, when we made the spirit board, everybody that worked on it had to be in a good space and a good mood so that there was no bad juju vibe, frustrated with your partner and you're yelling and then worked on my board. No.
Not
everything you do, and even like with your artwork and the things that you do. And I know for me, when I'm painting, all those underlayers, we're setting our intention so that people can feel that energy coming through.
So do you want to talk a little bit more about sigils? Because I can tell you, I've heard through the years, and I don't believe it, but a lot of people think sigils is a negative thing, and it's not, especially when you design it.
I think people can find something to be negative about with everything.
True. When I heard somebody say to me, oh my gosh, 111 or 1111 is the most evil negative number. This was years ago. I just about fell off my chair. And then I looked. And of course, because I was looking for it, I found it. I was still shocked. And I think you made such an important point here. It's about perspective, perception. I'll say perception, perspective, and intention. I don't believe what somebody had said to me about those numbers. I find them very positive. So I think that, again, the power of our own being, if you will, when it comes to setting intentions.
Yeah. Heidi is sharing. Yes, Kerrilynn, I'm mindful of that. I won't do anything. Even sixes aren't negative in numerology. Yeah. 6 means reflection.
Yeah. Julie says she's used Bailey's for manifestation before.
It's brilliant. And sigils, you're right, Sparky. Sigils are something that you create that is representing your intention or your I am power statement that is important and specific to you. And then you still have to charge it, put energy into it to amp it up, right? Yeah.
Yes. Hang on, I'm just writing something.
I feel that Contessa is sharing. I feel that creating your own sigils is better than using sigils you are not sure of.
Yes,
exactly. So there is. I forget which one was it with a new. We did a segment. If they go back into the archives, and
yes, we
did sigil making and kind of work through those steps with you too. And it doesn't have, you don't have to do it the way that I do it. It's just a way for you.
I love the way you do it, because I told you, I think I took that course, you were teaching it, and I said the way I had been taught to do them by somebody else, it just didn't flow. It just didn't feel, it didn't resonate with me the old way. I love the way that you've taught how to do it.
Thank you. And there's lots of different ways. It's always just finding what feels right for you. And in the end, it doesn't matter. You can create sigils whichever way you want to create it. It's just a symbol that's going to feel right for you. And you can plaster those things everywhere. Underneath the faucet. So when the water's pouring out, you've set the intention that it's beautiful. I always, like, everywhere. You put sigils everywhere. Your makeup brushes, you're everywhere.
Oh God, I thought I was getting attacked by a ghost. You know what it was? For some reason, my cat just decided my shorts were fine and was like going at me. Must be the spooky vibe with the thunder. Going, what the heck is that? She's never done that before.
That's me.
Yes, it is.
Right. So we have this. My aunt taught Girl Guides. And so there was like this cooking one, right? And so it was like we learned this meal. And so I did it for my kids, and it's super it's super easy. It's kind of, we call it a Jesus meal. You know, when you got hardly anything left, you got hardly anything left in your cupboards, you're going to make the Jesus meal. Yeah. So we call it Jesus meal, but then we also call it hamburger crap. And every one of us would talk about having a heavy gut after, and we wouldn't feel good, right? Yeah. And then my kiddo, he's like, we should probably stop calling it hamburger crap so that we feel better. And then then we do. We just we just love this stuff so much. Aunt Sharon taught us how to do this.
And did you feel better after?
Yeah, totally. We all did. It was about.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
But same kid, right? He was like, my sandwiches are better because I put so much love and frequency into it. I put so much.
I was going to say that. Like, have you ever, so you could use the same recipe, or maybe, your mom or your grandma or whatever, and it just always tastes so amazing. And then you go somewhere else, exact same ingredients, cooked exactly the same way. It just doesn't taste the same. And I think it's because of the love and the energy that person that's so close to you that you love has put into the food.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
That kiddo wanted to have his own sandwich store, and he was going to call it Between Your Buns. I freaking adore my kids. We call it slop. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
But it does have a frequency, and it does kind of.
This is important. It's going by quick. I want to highlight Julie's comment here. She said, or in a sense of lack, it won't work. Or fear. Definitely. But you see how much fun we're having tonight, right? Just laughing together, talking about this, sharing what each one of us does. Well, my intention is that we all walk away feeling really happy, and I don't know, it just feels really joyful not that it doesn't every night. I love doing this show, but it just kind of feels that way tonight.
Well, it helps. And I think when we're all contributing, it helps raise that frequency even more, right?
This is an important point, Heidi. You said when someone passes, the loved ones bring the family meals. Don't want someone putting grief, sadness into the food they cook. But I can tell you, recently, neighbors, actually the niece of the neighbors that the niece dropped off that beautiful gift to me. We brought food, and though we were sad, we put love into the meal. We were thinking of, you know what, I'm sad for them, but I don't want them to have to cook, setting the intention that hopefully this makes it easier for them while they're going through such a difficult time. But that is a good point.
Well, and I think that it brings people joy to feel needed and able to be supportive. So there's more of that energy that's attached to it, not that daunting obligation sort of.
But Heidi, that's good that you brought that up. Like she said, oh, I get that, Lorilei. She said, thank you for the perspective. That's not wrong, because you are right. There are some people maybe would be very, very sad, obviously, because it's part of their loss too. But it's again about perspective and intention.
Julie, how do you charge a sigil? There's lots of different ways, so you can research the different ways and see what feels in alignment for you. I call in my team, my ancestors, and our breath. I blow on it. You can wave it over, like you can write it, wave it over a flame as well too. It's
a good question though.
Yeah, lots of different ways to do that. Could we? Do you want to slip down to why intentions matter?
Absolutely. You pop into whatever you feel, and I will follow.
Yeah, I think the why intentions matter are important, and then we do have a story to share tonight too. So we'll get to that in about 10 minutes. So I just want to make sure that we get to some certain things before we. So yeah. So
okay,
why do you have it there?
Is it when you set an intention, you're not just making a wish? Is that where you're going, or?
So why intentions matter, the concept of vibration and why the vibration matters.
I'll find it. You go ahead and start. I'll find it.
So your vibration, so your intention sets the tone of your energy field, and like attracts like. So what energy you're putting out. Do you see where we're at, where it says frequency?
I'm going there. Is it lower down?
I printed mine, so I don't know where you're at.
I know. Well, it's the same as what you had. You go ahead. I'll find it. I found it. It was lower.
Where it says frequency next?
Yeah. Frequency, high vibe intentions like gratitude, clarity, trust, draw high vibe outcomes.
So an alignment, I know that we talked about this as well too. When your intention aligns with your values, desires, and timing, it flows with universal energy. You're in co-creation with the universe. So the universe is going to meet you part way, and you're going to meet the universe part way.
I always like to look at it too, almost like a radio wave, right? Like you're matching up to that part of the radio wave from your part of the radio wave to meet in the middle. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but So, when your intention aligns with your values, desires, and timing, I think that's what you were saying. It flows with universal energy. And
Yeah.
then when it comes to manifestation, intentions are the starting point of manifestation. They plant the energetic seed.
Mm-hmm. And then you move into imagination and feel it. What would it feel like if this was already happening? So when you are in a low chihuahua brain, bad day place, then you tap into what would it feel like if that was, and let that joy bring you back up.
I'm just going to share Contessa what she said here. She said, I wrote my resignation letter to my old boss, and 1 year later, I was offered the job I have now, and I put a lot of intention when writing. I think that's writing the letter. Yeah, when writing that letter. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. I thank you so much. So the tools and the myths, do you see where it says common manifesting, but then there's also the tools?
Yes, there's a big list.
Yeah, it is a big list, but we can, what do you want to do? I think reading the manifesting, like the myths are important, like the
Yes.
talk part.
Yes.
But the tools of practice, do you want to just like, we'll skip through, like read through really
Yes.
quickly?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So different tools that help you align your energy, focus your intention, and help you like get in that new moon amplifying sort of manifesting abilities, right? So intention setting, so journaling, using those positive I am statements, right? So it helps you have clarity and define what it is that you want. And you need to be clear, folks, like when, and I don't want to get into a topic of gender. We're not here to argue about any of those sorts of things, because we are respectful to all people. And if we are not, we get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
So it is like, if you are wanting to manifest a partner and you know what your orientation is, make sure that you add that in what you're wanting with that partner. Because if you just say partner, you may get this perfect person, but they're not with the orientation that you feel in alignment.
I even, when I'm working with clients, I tell them, don't be afraid to be so specific. Like, what are you looking for? What kind of attributes in a partner that are, be very, very specific with it, because I always find then the universe will present. Is this what you were looking for?
Yeah.
Is
But
this
in
what you were
qualities though? Qualities.
Yeah. That's what I meant by qualities.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Qualities.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, other things.
Then you said with visualization, imagine your goal with all senses engaged. And I think that's so important, because we forget this, right? It's not just what we think. Use all of your senses to bring in, especially when you're you're basically creating it. And we do create it, whether we believe it or not. If you stop and think about it, everything on this planet has been created by somebody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Candle magic, figuring out what color, and again, if you only have white candles but you got a crayon and you want to color over it, or some paint, just make it work for you. You do not have to go out and buy money that you don't have extra to spend, right? So,
or you go shopping on Amazon and you get a big box of candles.
yes.
Yeah. But you're right. I was making a joke. You're right.
Yeah.
You make it work for you.
Yes. And we talked about crystals and sigils already.
Mm-hmm.
Sound frequencies we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Water charging we've talked about. Affirmations. Do you want to talk about affirmations? Because you and I have talked about that before.
And then I was going to mention about the story and scripting. Okay. So for affirmations, and you said it much more beautifully than I did, but when Kerrilynn and I both met each other, we had a conversation one time about affirmations. And I know you're going to clarify this, because you always have such a succinct way of saying it, but you cannot tell yourself an affirmation that you know not to be true. Like, for example, I'm not going to say to myself, I'm going to be, however, I'm not going to word it, I'll just give the example, but I'm a supermodel that looks 20 years old and I'm going to weigh 110 pounds Physically, that's never going to happen with my frame, the size that I am, to height, whatever. But we could word that in intention in a way of, I would word it in a way that shows that I love and respect my body and it's healthy and what have you. Please fill it in because you'll say it much better than I will.
Oh, it's I
You don't have to use the
I know
exact.
that I need to lose weight, right? I know, but
Okay. Mhm.
right. So what I say is that I'm in the process of being my perfect weight.
Thank you. That's what I couldn't remember the wording for. So thank you. But I think even if we weren't talking even personally, I'm in the process of, well, honoring and loving, especially when it has to do with ourselves, right? Because that's much more acceptable than trying to, your subconscious is not going to believe a lie.
That's
But I
right.
think it could accept that I'm in the process of.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And your body knows. So it comes back to mind, body, soul being in alignment and understanding how you're receiving information, because your body is going to respond. Your body responds when you tell a lie.
Mhm.
When you lie,
I
your
have
body responds. So
I have something to share. If you're having a bad body day or a bad hair day, I don't know if it will resonate with you or not, but it came up in a podcast I was watching recently. Can't even remember from where. And it was talking about being very kind and loving yourself. And it said, remember, your soul chose this body to carry you throughout the journey while you're here. And I just thought that was so beautiful, especially when we're not having a good day. Like maybe we're not feeling so good about ourselves. I don't know. It really touched something in me. So I hope maybe it might resonate with anybody that's listening, or somebody may need to hear that.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Mhm.
Miss, you're so funny. Release weight, don't lose it. It may find you again. So funny thing about that,
Mhm.
I would, so when I'm having my Dairy Queen, even though
I'm there with you, even though we don't live in the same city.
yeah, in my head, I'm pretending that there's bits of it that are going to be okay for me. So I'm saying to myself, please let me just keep what is okay for me, and I'm donating the rest to the universe. And thank you very much.
There you go.
Yeah, how we roll with that. I just want to. We have such a good story. I don't want to lose that the opportunity and the time. So
Okay, so you want me to read it? You guys, I told Kerrilynn, I'm telling you, every show we have so much information that we can definitely do another show on this. So okay,
yeah, can I read a couple of the myths though while you look for the? Are you going to read the
Yeah,
story?
please do. Please do.
So the reason why I'm so angsty about this is because I think it's an important thing to drop into this, even if it's just a couple that we do. So manifesting myths. So the myth, and we can have toxic spirituality, toxic positivity. And so I wanted to talk about that a little bit. So the myth that you just need to think positive. So, it's ignoring emotional wounds, it creates subconscious blocks.
Yeah.
It just messes up the chihuahua thinking, creates more bad brain days, right? So the truth is, true manifesting includes shadow work and emotional alignment. So you do that shadow work and tap in and being honest with yourself and doing the healing work and not getting caught up with those memes that run through social media that are actually not healthy at all.
At all. Definitely. Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to read a couple more? Really?
We'll have enough time. Go ahead and read a couple more. Sure.
You always need to be in a high vibe. So that one irritates the heck out of me too. It gives me stink eye tight butt.
And love and light all the time.
Yes, love and light, same thing. I want to throat punch. It's so bad. It suggests that lower emotions are bad or harmful. And they're not. We have to feel all of them, right? So low vibe moments are natural. It's awareness and intention that brings you back into alignment. And we still have to feel all those feelings because they're truthful.
Plus, I think it's honoring yourself and your authenticity. not
Yep.
pretending like everything's rainbow poop and unicorns running on your front lawn and whatever, right? You're going to have good days and not so good days, and that's okay. No emotion is bad.
I want to just add this one in, and then we can do the one for.
We're going to do another one on this.
Yeah, we'll do the story.
Part
so
2.
There's only one right way to do things. There's only one right way to manifest. And so it's restrictive and it's elitist. And I know that I talked about this on Kerrilynn show as well too. Like, I'm more spiritual than you because I do it this way, and I am this because, you know, I ride my bike to work and I don't eat meat, or I don't, you know, there are so many different ways, and we're all doing it to the best of our abilities. So all of us are magic. All of us are magic in our own way. So the tool, like, yeah.
That is a huge pet peeve of mine. That is a huge pet peeve of mine, because there isn't just one way to do things.
That's right. Okay, this story, folks.
Story. I have permission, you said, to use her name, right? Yes. Okay, the other thing, you know what? How about we'll try and plan, maybe if we don't do the full moon, we'll try and do another new moon part 2.
Yeah.
Okay, because we have lots of stuff. Okay, listener submission. Hello, I'm Charlene. I hope I said your first name correctly, Junis. And I have a true paranormal story that is mentioned in my autobiography called Evil Daughter. Let me know if the story, it's not too long. It's perfect. The haunted home I grew up in terrorized me. Plus, I always felt uncomfortable around the gnome toy that I had, but I tried pushing that feeling inside. One night, I packed a box full of toys, including the gnome toy, and brought the box to my bedroom to put under my bed. After a few minutes, I heard the box ripping. The ripping intensified, and the box sounded like it was shaking. Excuse me. The noises suddenly stopped, and I heard heavy footsteps coming closer, feet shredding the carpet as they stomped. A whisper slid over my cheek. My right ear was breathing, and I held my breath to listen to the foreign breaths. I had the nerve to move. After I had the nerve to move, I hid under my blanket. In the mirrored wardrobe's reflection, I saw the scarlet drapes rippling behind me. I tried pulling my blanket up to my chin, but it wouldn't budge, so I pulled harder. When I checked if I was sitting on the blanket, I saw a corner of it in the wall. By the time I found the opening in the drapes, the blanket got sucked into the wall. I blinked several times to make sure I was awake before feeling around for the blanket. There was nothing there, not even holes in the wall. The blanket wasn't on the carpet either. The corner between the dresser and the wall was much darker than anywhere else, and the shade slithered out from its hiding spot. I buried my face under the sheets. A forceful exhalation froze my body, and a grotesque voice growled in my ear. Someone pinched my shoulder, and another pinch hurt my waist. When I turned onto my side, someone pinched my back forcefully. I rolled onto my back and rubbed it against the bedding, attempting to soothe the pain. My torso became heavy as if a walrus were on me, and I held my breath in case I sank into the mattress. I felt a cold, abrasive hand grab my wrist, which shocked me so severely that I lost the ability to react. Its nails pricked my skin as it tightened its grip. The ground suddenly shook violently, like there was an earthquake. After looking at the jewelry on the dresser, I realized that my bed was shaking, not the ground. I covered my head with my blanket and prayed for the rattling to stop. A thump grounded the metal frame, but my bones were still vibrating. Despite the commotion, my parents didn't come to check on me. My bed shook again, and I bounced on the mattress, too stunned to call for help. The bed finally stopped, but I wasn't brave enough to step onto the carpet. In the morning, there were red marks where I had been pinched and scratches on my wrist. My blanket was on the carpet, torn into 3 strips. I looked under the bed. Pieces of torn cardboard were scattered around the metal frame. The blocks had melted. My rabbit toy stuffing had spilled out, and the gnome toy was gone. Mm-hmm.
Can you tell the author and the name of the book again, in case folks want to?
I certainly will. So her first name is Charlene, CHARM as in Michael, L as in Leo, J-E-N as in Nancy, E. And the last name, I believe, is Junis. So it's J as in Jack, U-N as in Nancy, I-S as in Sam. And the book is called Evil Daughter.
Thank you for that submission.
Yes, like that is just terrifying. And when she was talking about the pinching, I wasn't pinched in the same spots, but the way back when I was about 4, maybe this time when you come to Thunder Bay, we'll get to go visit the property. The old house that we lived in, I had something pinching me. I didn't have all that stuff, but I had stuff pinching me. That's creepy. It was an amazing story. So you want to tell people, you guys, it doesn't have to relate to our theme. If you've got a creepy, weird story, go ahead, Kerrilynn.
Yeah, if you've got an unexplainable, high strangeness, ghost story, something that has happened to you that you feel comfortable letting us share, we can do it anonymously. If you want us to share your name, we are able to do that too. And you can send it to kerrilynnsporch at gmail.com. So KERRILYNNS porch at gmail.com. So Kerrilynn's porch at gmail.com. And we appreciate it. And Lorilei and I had a chat today. Lorilei had a great idea that, we may set a day and just do listener submissions the whole show. So because we are getting quite a few, so we do appreciate that.
Yes. So, and again, just so you know, if you don't want your name mentioned, please it's at Kerrilynn's email. So please just let her know you want to stay anonymous, or like we did a check-in with Charlene, or Kerrilynn did, just to make sure, because we want to keep you safe if you don't want to put your name out there. Not that you're unsafe, but if you just don't want your name out there, we won't. And it does not, because I've had a lot of people ask, does it have to relate to this, the theme we're doing the show on? And it doesn't. Right?
No, it does not have to relate. So do you want me to do the heads up for next week, or do you want to do the heads up?
Go ahead.
I had to call it up on the phone because it was such a good title.
That's such a good title. That's why I didn't write it down. Oh.
I had to look it up. And honestly, I didn't think it up either. We had a little bit of help today with it. So, swimming with spirits, water entities, and dangers. We are going to be diving into the folklore of water spirits, mermaids, kelpies, and lake monsters, folks.
Yes. I can't wait for it. So imagine what we'll be wearing. You might have
I just wasn't in a good space today. I've just been working and tired, and now kind of on holidays. I still have a couple things to do. And then, so I'm going to look forward to dressing up or make up like a mermaid.
Yes, I have a mermaid crown. I've worn it once before, but it was meant to be for a mermaid thing. So yeah, we're going to be having fun next week. And then you know what? Can I throw something out? We have a minute yet. You and I talked about this, and we'd love to hear this from you. Sometime in the future, if we put a list out, would you guys be interested in having kind of a creation kind of night? Remember when we talked about that, Kerrilynn? And our jammies, where our jammies bring snacks and have fun. It could, I don't know, it could even be while we're doing a story night. And it's not every night, but it's kind of fun to mix things up, right?
Yeah, I think we had talked about like a vision board, or
yes. Thank you. Yes.
Like if we're going to do intention setting or something like that, that we could do a vision board together or something like that.
But you know what? And you don't have to do it. But if we put the list up of things, like gave you ideas of what we could kind of co-create together, if you will, while you guys in the audience, and just have a lot of fun.
I would start with a meditation too. Just start with a little bit like a visualization at the beginning, and then just say, and move from there.
And that's a perfect energy to create a vision board too.
I think so too.
Mhm.
Do you want me to? Are we closing up?
Well, we should. Yeah, we only got a minute or two left. So stay tuned. Like I said, Michelle's, I know, was taking the day off, and I told her, good for you, because I joined her on Beyond the Outer Realm this last Tuesday. And you know what, though? She's got a great replay set up for you guys. She talked about it on Tuesday. But just if you're there and you don't see somebody in the chat, like Michelle in there, that's why. Unless she's changed her mind. But I believe she's put a replay on for tonight. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So thank you to everybody that's in the chat. Thank you to everyone that hangs out with us. The great questions and comments, and we appreciate you. You guys help the show be what it is. So you can. Thank you to Joe Montaldo. Thank you to Michelle DeRoche. Thank you to the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 in the Gulf Coast and 107.7 FM in beautiful New Orleans. And thank you for joining us here on Beneath the Hollow Moon. And until next week, step back into the shadows, and whatever you do, don't follow the whispers.
That's right, you guys. I was trying to unhighlight this comment. Give me 1 sec. You guys are commenting. I don't think it's going to. Hopefully, it won't affect anyone. We'll see you next week, everybody.
See you next week. Good night.
Friday. Who are you having on tomorrow? You should talk about that.
Sally Crow, folks. I pulled her book up quick. Tarot as Storyteller, Psychic Development, Cartomancy, and Reading the Web of Fate. Sally Crow will be on.
Love it. And you guys, I'm having Azria Beckham on Monday night. She's supposed to be doing my alien DNA if we can coordinate a time before she comes. We will be, though, or we'll be talking about that. So love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow for Kerrilynn Show.